the season winding down, thoughts are already beginning to turn to the playoffs. But you gotta play it out to the end. So these guys will need to keep the focus on this game and not start looking ahead to the postseason. It's the Jaguars going up against the Steelers. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell, and he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. First down carry now for Yeldon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They come out here in the eye. Bortles going to give to Yeldon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw in that play. No gain.
Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's going to let it go again. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But You've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Eight yards to go here on second down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. He's got time. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. But he's got it to Hearns. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Bortles now to throw. The 12 yards and time and picking up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Yeldon, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now a first down carry by Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the Jags grab it. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On second down, here's Bortles. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Here's Bortles to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again, it's Yeldon. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Brief break in the action here. Back to Heinz Field after this. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just finally saw.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From midfield, here's Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just been driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And he comes back with 1 complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And quickly, they get to the line.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by the former first-rounder, Justin Gilbert. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Finding time. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half begins with a run by Yeldon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
When it's well executed, a wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set. And guess what? They drop the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and it's third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On third down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Bortles to throw on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8, now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Now that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. Yeldon, the lone running back. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receiver.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? And
he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, and the Jags get to him as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. Yeldon, the lone running back. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Two yards to go here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
up. But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, it's Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin with a run by Yeldon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
But that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Go, 3,
Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. And that is incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Five yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Their dangerous wide receiver with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Bortles now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third and long, it's Bortles. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot and couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it, make them do it again.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Bortles going to go on fourth down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs.